Again, it literally was like, boom, again.
What? What? Okay, I'll get out.
Oh my god, you're right.
What was that?
Dark Arts TV Extra is run by Carl, an urban explorer who checks out some seriously creepy abandoned places around the UK. This time, he and his friends head into a recently abandoned hospital in Scotland. The place is quiet and falling apart, but it still feels heavy, like the building is holding on to old memories.
A hospital bed just chilling in here. I think this is the first on our channel right now. The places we go to, the asylums, are usually smashed to bits, but...
Oh my god.
As they walk through the long hallways and empty wards, they're surprised by how untouched it all feels. The beds are still there, medical stuff is left on tables, and old kids' murals are fading on the walls. Then they start hearing things. Light knocks, soft footsteps, and random thuds echoing down the halls, pulling them deeper inside.
Hello?
It is sounds like a hospital, especially the room, isn't it?
Yeah, proper hospital. Whoa. Again. Was that that way then? That was a loud bang.
That was a door.
There was a door opening.
The real tension kicks in when they hear what sounds like a door shutting by itself. A moment later, Carl feels a sudden pressure on his back, like something just shoved him forward. Even then, they're not ready to call it quits yet.
Let's listen and see if we can get it again.
Yeah. I think it's like an alarm.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, no, it's exactly the same sound.
It's an alarm.
Alarm. Yeah, it's like an alarm.
A faint tune starts drifting through the air, soft, kind of mechanical, and honestly creepy, like a kid's music box playing somewhere in the dark. It keeps repeating, coming and going like it's being carried around by the wind.
It is getting older. Is that noise again? Do you do that?
Yeah. This is definitely a child's door.
Is it definitely child's order? Oh yeah, look. It's like kid stuff.
You're talking then?
You were talking as well.
Female.
What felt paranormal starts seeming more human, and they can't tell if that's better or worse. Still, curiosity wins, so they push deeper. But as it gets colder and quieter, it's clear something ahead is going to test them.
Oh my god, you're right.
What was that?
Oh, cobwebs.
Oh, Jesus Christ, cobweb. It freaked me out, that thing, 'cause it was like as if someone just walked through me, man. I was just... That just scared the living daylights out of me. What's that?
Is what?
Oh, this is getting too weird now.
Why would there be like people shouting and screaming here?
It doesn't make any sense.
Someone was outside, and they didn't sound friendly. The group stopped dead, afraid to move and give themselves away. They just stood there quietly, listening in the dark, waiting to hear if the voices came back or got closer.
There's a scream after
There's a
it.
scream.
There's a scream after it as well. It's so strange.
Strange.
That was
Really scary.
nuts, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just don't understand that.
It's like aggressive.
When they got back to the van, they checked the footage, and the shouting, plus a woman's scream, sounded clearly human. That made it even creepier since the hospital was so remote. No one came inside, but someone was definitely out there. They weren't sure if it was locals, other trespassers, or something worse. Either way, it didn't feel random, and Carl said they'd come back better prepared to find out the truth. And it leaves one question: were they never alone, or did they get too close to something that didn't want to be found? The shocking encounter comes from Chandler's Haunts, a US-based paranormal investigation channel that explores abandoned hospitals, sanatoriums, and other historically haunted locations. Chandler uses tools like REM pods and bells, along with ESA-style communication sessions, to attempt contact with spirits and capture real-time reactions. It's April 21st, 2025, inside the Indiana State Sanatorium in Indiana.
Who made that noise?
That was quick. And for you, for a quick response? Yeah.
Was it one of the residents?
Was that your stomach?
That was yours, I think.
I didn't feel it.
I heard it over there.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that was me.
Maybe it's somebody else.
I don't think that was me.
It was me.
What?
You're joking.
What?
What?
Wait, was it me doing that, or was it me doing the noise?
But I don't know. But we were just talking about it wasn't us, and then it said it was me.
No, that's so weird.
Chandler and Paula move through the sanatorium's upper hallways, picking up faint footsteps, dripping water, and sudden bangs in the distance. Each time they try to leave a corridor, the activity ramps up, forcing them to stop again and again. They set up their REM pod and small bells, explaining they're looking for clear, directional responses from any spirits still inside.
It's New Year's today.
New Year 2025.
Whoop, whoop. We're about to celebrate the new year.
Avoid this area.
What?
Dude, you didn't hear walking down there?
No, but your light freaked me out. I was like, what the heck? It said avoid this area.
That was clear as day, like someone coming up the stairs.
I didn't hear it. I wonder if it says avoid this area because they were patients here and they're like, tuberculosis is bad. It's
Yeah, contagious, don't get it.
Right.
Don't come here, we're sick. Oh, it's nice that they're warning us.
Oh,
yes,
it's like,
they're
yes.
confirming.
Yeah, if anybody's up here, you can go over and ding that bell. If you go over there and just touch that bell a little bit, it'll ding for us so we can get some answers and talk to you.
See that?
I thought that was you or something, but yeah, that was farther down.
That was way down.
Oh,
Yep.
can you make that noise again for us?
Again.
Again.
Again, right on cue.
Thank you. Do you want us to come down there? Can you make that noise one more time if you want us to come down there? Again. Again, it literally was like, boom, again. And the bell.
So we have to go down there?
Chandler places the REM pod at the entrance of a hallway and starts an ESA-style session. After asking for a name, they get a clear response: Oliver. The bells ring repeatedly, and knocks follow at steady, precise intervals, suggesting the name may be tied to a spirit connected to the building.
Can you make a knocking noise if this is the one that you want us to go in? I heard, did you hear that?
Down that way.
Yes. And the bell.
Okay, alright, so this is the room.
Okay. You want me to go first? Just be careful.
It's got little demon doors.
Dinging
in it.
again. Look at what the heck is that
What are
for?
those?
What are those? What is that even for? Like,
On both sides.
yeah, what the heck?
Was this your room? Can you knock again if this was your room?
Did you hear that down there?
Yeah.
Another knock.
I'm gonna stand in the hallway so I can hear you.
Do you want me to sit down in this chair?
Yes.
It's like, yes.
Movement by the bell and then the bell went off.
Like you heard it
Yeah.
or something? What the?
Yeah. Yes.
Again.
Yes. Is there someone standing right by the bell? Oliver, is that you? Yeah. Did you hear that?
I did. It was faint for me because I'm inside this room, but
That's why I came here so I could hear.
yeah.
Well, they're like on, like they're
Yeah.
listening.
Dang. If anybody's up here, can you come walk in front of me so I can hear your footsteps? And if you want us to stay up here and talk to you, can you ding it once? Oh my gosh.
Activity spreads across the floor. When Chandler asks which direction to go, the bells ring and sudden knocks sound behind them. Paula says she feels watched from multiple angles. Quick flashes of movement near doorways hint that more than one presence may be interacting with them.
Gotta look over the railing.
All right. Are you downstairs one floor?
That was so loud.
Yeah, it was. I hear walking down there.
Yeah.
She will harm you.
Ooh. What floor are you on? Can you make a noise on the floor that you're on? That was down the hall. That was on our floor.
A loud bang cracks nearby, and footsteps start pacing the upper corridor. The REM pod flashes again and again, with no one close enough to trigger it, and an object beside a doorway shifts slightly. Chandler and Paula react immediately, saying it feels responsive and intelligent, not random.
Just standing right here in front of
I know
us.
it's bad when Chandler starts seeing people.
I know. It's real bad. Holy. Wait. Let's take a second. If there's somebody in that room, can you make a knocking noise for me? Did you hear that?
The big thud.
Yes.
There's like creaking in there. Oh, there's walking above us. Stop. That was right above us.
What the What is happening in this place? Okay, let's go. Let's go. What just happened in there?
I don't know.
Shadow movement increases, and knocks come from both above and below. The floor feels surrounded, forcing them to back away. Just before they leave, the bells ring again, as if confirming their exit. Outside, Chandler and Paula reflect on the unusual level of interaction. They note that deeper hallways and tunnels remain unexplored and plan to return, believing stronger activity may be deeper inside. Funbox EXP is an American urban exploration and paranormal channel known for exploring abandoned industrial facilities, deteriorating buildings, and restricted, high-risk locations. Their content focuses on in-the-moment choices, tense movement through unfamiliar environments, and situations that can quickly turn unpredictable. The footage was recorded on October 23, 2025, at Bonds Corporation in the United States.
Yeah, it's really big, but it's like risky.
Oh, is that black mold?
Yeah.
Black mold.
I think this whole place is molded. Oh, since I don't know, but I don't want to open the door because the door. And our only way we could go is into the mold room.
You know where that escalator was?
Oh,
It was light there.
I believe that you had to go through
I
that
don't think we
room.
can go through there. What about over there?
No, that's the door.
This is it. I'll go and check out over there.
Huh. You black mode actually.
If we don't go in that room, I see kind of black mold in there.
Oh yeah. I was trying to go to that room, but I think I'm gonna not do that.
This is black mold.
Oh. Yeah, it's like actually massive. Too bad you can't see cameras. Oh, a lot of black mold. Don't go into that room. Wait, there was 2 stories, right?
There's like 3 of them.
There is? Oh, I see light. I see light. It's through this door. There's an escalator. Guys. Hello? I thought I heard a whisper.
The team makes their way through the massive multi-level structure, passing collapsed staircases, shattered glass, and vast rooms that disappear into darkness. Footsteps echo somewhere ahead as bats sweep overhead and a strong, unfamiliar odor hangs in the air. Several areas feel too unstable to enter, and the sheer size of the building makes it impossible to keep track of every space. As the sounds continue, tension builds around the possibility that someone else may already be inside.
Finally be able to see again. I'm gonna start recording in my other settings. Theo! Come up here. Come up here. They're not. This is crazy. Squatter already. Back down in the lower level. I swear. Theo! I swear. Okay, let's not go down there. Let's just not go. That's a completely avoid. What? What? Okay, I'll get out, bro. I'll get out. Holy. You just could ask.
A squatter suddenly emerges inside the building, catching the team off guard. The encounter confirms the site isn't empty and immediately raises the level of risk.
I don't know if I want to post that. Get out, man. Oh, we just did that for Halloween. Holy. There's scavengers in there. You didn't grab mine?
Charlie, go get yours. Charlie, go get yours.
Go. Oh.
Did you get it? Did you get the backpack? Okay, good.
Yeah. Camera here.
Get out.
The team takes cover under a large table while the squatter passes nearby. Moving carefully, they gather their equipment without drawing attention and retreat through a side corridor. The sound of their footsteps echoes as they leave. Once outside, they acknowledge how rapidly a simple exploration escalated into a serious risk. This creepy clip is from Supernatural Expeditions, a US paranormal channel that checks out places with dark, tragic histories that people say are haunted. They use stuff like cat balls, EMF meters, spirit boxes, and REM pods to try to catch real-time responses in quiet, pitch-black locations. This one was filmed on November 21st, 2020 at Cabin 13 in Babcock State Park, West Virginia, USA.
Kitchen. I don't know if it's still that one cooler. Maybe it's not. Is there anybody else here besides Cheryl? It's getting louder. If that's you in the kitchen, can you snap it twice? Can you do it? Just snapped twice again.
Are you picking it up?
I'm hoping.
If it's someone other than Cheryl, can you tap twice? If it is Cheryl, can you tap twice?
That was loud.
The team kicks off an overnight investigation in cabin 13, the cabin tied to the Cheryl Flippo murder. They place their equipment around the kitchen and living room and start asking direct questions. Almost right away, they hear taps, snaps, and faint whistling inside the cabin. The sounds seem to respond to their prompts and shift to different spots, like something is moving through the walls and under the floorboards. They even catch what sounds like footsteps beneath them, as if someone unseen is pacing just out of reach.
If it's someone other than Cheryl, can you tap twice? If it is Cheryl, can you tap twice?
That was loud.
You just hear that?
Yeah.
That didn't come from the kitchen. That come from underneath me?
Sounded like it was to the left, yeah, here. I thought it was maybe you, that's why I didn't really.
I was standing still and heard it.
Cheryl, did you come out of the kitchen?
The tapping turns rhythmic and seems to answer yes, no questions. Then they hear slow, heavy movement under the floorboards, but they can't identify the source.
I believe that's where they found her.
Yeah, she was in between this wall and the bed was right here. Cheryl, if that was you, can you come up and touch that again? That was interesting.
What's that?
How that just went off.
The curtain kind of blocked what I was trying to see. I didn't see the color. That's me.
It was just green.
Okay.
You know what I want to do right away, actually?
What's that?
That's the session.
Okay.
I think we go straight to that pretty quick.
The REM pod in the kitchen suddenly starts going off repeatedly. They don't find any electrical explanation, and it seems responsive, lighting up when they speak to it and going quiet when they stop paying attention.
Whoa, come, all right. Whoever that is, can you step away from it?
During the Estes Spirit Box session, one investigator sits in the exact spot where Cheryl's body was found. The responses come through clear. Trust, I'm here, back door. Then a male scream breaks through, sudden and intense, and the whole room feels different right away.
It goes crazy here. It goes crazy, I mean, like...
That's just the temperature going up. Oh. Okay, now I'm getting stuff off the box here. Okay, this is the electrical box. It is lit up all the way. And now it's down to 3.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Moments later, a second scream hits, louder and more angry. Then the spirit box starts repeating, Mike and Camaro, sounding like direct call-outs to Cheryl's husband and the car tied to the case. At the same time, multiple devices go off together, making it feel like the strongest, most intense moment of the whole night. They leave cabin 13 shaken, saying they captured clear audio and that the cabin seemed almost aware. Still, one of the most active, emotionally heavy spots in Babcock State Park. Dog Vlogs is known for doing the kind of exploring most people wouldn't even try, going alone into abandoned places that feel straight up terrifying. In this episode, he returns to a hospital he has been to before, but this time the atmosphere is much darker. It's just after 3 a.m., the so-called witching hour, when legends say things get weird.
I'm gonna put my backpack right here at the front entrance just so we can walk around, but I'm tripping out. I haven't done a solo explorer in quite a while. As you guys can tell, so you know, I showed you on the intro too, but it's now 3:05 and we're completely alone. You got a treatment room, bunch of different treatment rooms. I don't think anybody's passed away down in this aisle, in this hallway, but I'm not sure. From the research I did, this was a hospital primarily for seniors, and I know a lot of people have passed away in here. So I'm not really sure what to expect.
The hallways feel never-ending, with patient rooms on both sides, still packed with rusty beds, and old medical carts like people just dipped suddenly. D-Dog moves slowly, shining his flashlight through all the dust. Every step is crazy loud, like the building knows he's there.
Got a store here, it looks like. I remember this when it was actually active. I came here when I was a kid. There used to be a couch, and a fish tank right here. That was massive. This is the main waiting room. See, when I first started, before I even started filming, I heard a bunch of noises coming from back down there. So we're gonna have to go over there in a minute and check to see what it was. Alright guys, so I'm just walking up to the second floor right now off camera, trying to find the stairs, and I just noticed I had a burning on my arm, and I got some weird scratch. I don't know if I bumped into something or what, but I got these scratches all up my arm. One's at a really weird angle. Oh, there's multiple. What the heck? Yeah, guys. So needless to say, I'm gonna try to get up to the second and third floor because this is really creepy. And I will talk to you guys when I get up there. Alright guys, I went back and got my backpack because I gotta continue this along on the second and third floor. I don't really trust leaving it there. Look at this room. Look at this. It doesn't turn on. Whoa. Got some med slides. Whoa. Hello? I just walked into a huge cold chill. Thought I heard something back there too, but I'm not sure.
He heads upstairs, moving past dark wards and stairwells that somehow feel like they shift as the temperature changes. Then he notices fresh scratches on his arm, thin red lines at weird angles. He can't explain it because he didn't bump into anything, but they're clearly there. Right after that, he starts hearing strange noises from places they shouldn't be coming from, so he calls out to see if anyone's there. The only reply is a faint sound of movement deeper in the dark.
You cannot tell me you did not just hear that. Sounded like it was in this first room. If somebody's there, you better call yourself out right now. It was in this room, guys. Wait. See, this is exactly what I mean, guys. This is the type of stuff that was happening on camera that I said you weren't gonna believe. I am tripping out. Yeah, I don't get it. If you're here, you better call yourself out. I'm gonna look behind all these doors and everything.
He hears a sudden sound up ahead, a clear cough coming from one of the rooms. He calls out, and his voice bounces down the hallway, but no one replies. All he hears after that is a quiet shift, like footsteps moving away into another room. He starts edging closer, scanning every doorway and corner, expecting someone to step out, but when he gets there, the rooms are empty.
I want to keep going, but I'm so scared right now. Alright guys, we're in the main lobby right now, as you can tell. And I kept hearing some weird noises over here before I started filming. And then when I came back down to the lobby, all I keep hearing is noises. I looked around upstairs, did not find anybody that did that cough. But now I hear something down here. I'm back on the first floor. Let's go. This is actually...
Down on the lower floor, he stops in the main lobby and hears noises from a corner he already checked. The temperature drops fast, his camera fogs up, and his breath is visible. That's when he decides to leave. Outside still feels unsettling, like the hospital's watching. It's nearly 3:50 a.m. when he ends the recording, shaken and certain that the night has changed how he sees the unknown. The footage comes from Hunting the Unknown, a UK-based paranormal and urban exploration channel where Alex and Mason investigate abandoned and reportedly haunted locations. This investigation takes place on December 12, 2025, inside an abandoned bungalow in the United Kingdom.
It's very light. Yeah. The second one, that was quite loud. Well, your first one, 'cause you didn't hear the first one. The first one, that was quite loud. The second one was a bit... Oh, this is unuseful.
Alex and Mason carefully make their way inside, spotting broken floor sections and areas with a sudden drop in temperature. Quiet footsteps and movement sounds carry through the building, coming from both above and below the floor space. In response, they start setting up their gear, including the hexcom, to try to communicate with whatever might be there.
House. Please tell me you heard that. It's like... Nah, it's like... Oh, tell me you heard it, man. I heard it, but I don't feel it. It's right behind me, mate. It's like it come from upstairs, man. It's like, I can't even... It's like... Nah, you can't even do it, it's like a rumble. Put one foot into this room quickly. Nah, I wouldn't that. Because I was like here, and then he was like, nah, I can't, it might have even been.
Objects shake without an obvious cause, leading them to track the sounds while questioning what's behind the disturbance.
Because I know for a fact that was shut, man. I pushed them both closed, man. I pushed them closed. Do you want to review through your footage quick or not? Or leave, that's me, I'm close to it. I'm not sure, guys. I'm pretty sure I'll call it on camera. I pushed both of these doors closed, completely shut.
A motion-activated device goes off without being touched, and at the same time the temperature reading drops from 18.8 degrees Celsius to 17 degrees Celsius. When they begin EVP questioning, the responses seem to match their questions, increasing the tension.
Please tell me I captured that. What? The door opened. Oh, man.
A door suddenly swings open on camera with no one nearby, and the moment feels intentional rather than accidental, clearly unsettling both investigators. By the end of the investigation, Alex and Mason review the unexplained shifts in the environment, including dropping temperatures, activated sensors, moving objects, and the opening door. While nothing turns hostile, the steady activity suggests something inside the bungalow is responding to them. PDU, Paranormal Detection Unit, is an Italian channel run by Fabio, who's known for staying calm and filming investigations in haunted spots around Italy. This time, he brings a few viewers with him as they enter the ruins of a monastery people say is cursed. The place has a long reputation, voices in the halls, shadows moving on their own, and a presence that doesn't leave. They meet up in the main hall, where it's cold and dead quiet. Their lights sweep across broken altars and crumbling stone. Fabio keeps his voice low and respectful, making it clear they're there to understand what's real, not to stir things up. The air feels heavy, and every step echoes through the empty space.
No, raga, voi non potete capire. Io ho visto una sagoma bianca.
Che c'è?
Raga, era qua così. Qua. Non so determinare se qua o più in fondo, però secondo me non più di qui.
Già.
Io ho fotografato una sagoma bianca.
Ma qua, a questa altezza qui,
Io però l'ho fotografata al piano di sopra, una sagoma bianca si è materializzata. Ho scattato una serie di foto in sequenza.
No, ragazzi, io sto...
C'è qualcosa che si muove di là, eh?
Si muove?
Un pipistrello.
Pipistrello, forse.
Pipistrello?
Allora, diciamo che allora potrebbe essere il pipistrello. Potrebbe.
At the far end of the hallway, a pale, human-shaped outline shows up, white against the darkness. The cameras flash, and everyone just freezes. Fabio checks the photo, and the shape is still there in the frame. Nobody can tell what it is. Dust, a reflection, a bat, or something else. Either way, the tension jumps, and the monastery suddenly feels more awake, like it knows they're there, and from there, it only gets worse.
Ragazzi. Beh, un sospiro. Sì. Così. Sì. Questa era Stefano.
No, questo sono
Vuoi che entra soltanto qualcuno di noi? Una persona in particolare? Vuoi che entra soltanto qualcuno di noi? Una persona in particolare? Vuoi che entra soltanto qualcuno di noi? Una persona in particolare?
Their flashlights sweep over old relics and crumbling walls, and every little sound makes them tense. Fabio tries to stay calm, but the air feels heavy, like the place knows they're there, and the shadows feel more active than they should. They set up equipment around the monastery to catch proof, but only get a few quick reactions before everything goes quiet again, like whatever showed itself earlier backed off. Then the footage just ends. Fabio says there'll be a part 2, but it never comes out, so no one knows what happened next. Did the monastery settle down, or did something choose to stay hidden in the dark? Silent Home is a Russian YouTube channel run by Tim, where he explores abandoned places and locations people claim are haunted. He's calm and collected, but the vibe can switch fast. Tim and a friend return to an abandoned house that's had haunted rumors for years. It starts like a normal exploration, but gets way heavier when they set up a ritual to boost their connection with whatever might still be there. Tim mentions the house's past. An elderly woman once lived there, and part of it burned in a fire in 2006. They even find an old yellowed letter about the fire and the loss. Tim takes a quiet moment, like he respects what happened, then makes it clear they're not just exploring tonight, they're trying to communicate with whatever's still in the house.
Сейчас мы начинаем ритуал. Саныч уже подготовил для все необходимое для ритуала. Сейчас мы вот поставили ЕМП, чтобы именно видно было эффект вот этого призыва духа, точнее улучшения со связью. Сейчас вот видите, мы вот подготовили, и как видите, я поставил ЕМП, и вот как раз она начинает реагировать почему-то. Вот как сейчас.
Да. При том, что
вот смотрите, даже смотрите сейчас. Свеча дрожит. Или не очень так дрожит. Она тогда и дрожала очень сильно. Ладно, давай, Саныч, начнем.
Tim sets up his devices carefully, making sure everything's in the right spot to catch anything unusual. When the ritual ends off camera, the place goes dead quiet. Then one of the readings suddenly jumps, like something just changed. At that point, it's obvious. Whatever's in there has been stirred up, and it's strong enough to make itself known. Tim freezes for a second, scanning the room, realizing they're not alone anymore.
Куда вы хотите, чтобы мы принесли этот прибор? В комнату? На стол положили где-нибудь? Или на пол? Вот через прибор вообще. Давай-ка пойдем в комнату, то зайдем, может. Короче, этот... Что это вообще было?
Small sounds start popping up around them. Quiet floorboard creaks and a soft rustle in the darkness, like something shifting just out of reach.
Тихонько. Да, вот подцепи. Зловещий подвал.
The basement door sits there like a warning. Tim hesitates for a beat, then moves in anyway.
Сейчас спускаемся в подвал.
Святой.
Что? Я просто не знаю, что сказать, но... Спускайся, сейчас все увидишь сам. Смотрите. Друзья, у нас просто ноль понимания, что это вообще значит.
They head down into the basement, and the air gets colder fast. The vibe shifts hard, like something is actually there now, and the whispers feel way closer than before. Tim stops, listening, and the silence feels like it's waiting. Right when it gets intense, the video cuts off. Tim says a part 2 is coming, but it still hasn't been released, so everything's left unanswered. What's really haunting that house? What did the ritual wake up, and what can it do? Was it the house itself, or something darker responding to them? What do you think? Staged for views, or something truly unexplainable? Let me know your theories in the comments. Exploration Unknown is an American paranormal and adventure channel led by John that investigates haunted sites and unexplained historical stories, relying on real-time, on-location reactions. The investigation takes place on August 7, 2020, inside a secluded cabin in the Great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, a location long linked to reports of a spirit referred to as Lucy.
No, just showing how it's stacked on rocks, man. It's crazy. Josh just got a bat flew in his face. I hope he was filming when that happened.
No, I'm not filming.
Oh no. I wouldn't either.
Let's see if it's still in there though. I think straight flying in circles.
I have no idea, dude. It just started.
Fireplace? They had to come from the fireplace.
It had to.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, I think it's gone.
I do too. Hope so. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling in this room.
Yeah.
I think just go off.
I turned it on.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get this echo box set up, guys, and we'll be right back. He's just getting it turned on, and we're already getting some crazy sounds. Oh.
Hi.
Hello, is anyone here with us?
It's not like me.
What's your name?
John and Josh work their way through the cabin one room at a time. The floor flexes and creaks beneath them, while faint sounds echo from the upper level. Josh sets up a static camera upstairs as John prepares the echo box and starts asking direct questions.
Did it say Lucy?
I swear it said Lucy, bro. Lucy, are you here with us?
Yeah.
Lucy. Oh, wow. I've heard... Oh, go ahead.
So, the fire.
Yeah, 1909 in a house fire on this road. And we're very close to where it happened. Lucy?
The device suddenly produces a clear response, delivering the name Lucy. The voice carries an emotional, almost strained quality, matching long-held accounts that the spirit associated with the cabin never truly left.
Light just flashed in this crack.
Like something walked around up there.
Yeah, like something caught the light.
If I turn my light off, you can see
Like
over there.
You can barely see light right there.
You can see it right there a little bit.
Yeah. But it got really bright, like something walked in front of it and it reflected it.
Mm-hmm. Was that you? Who was walking upstairs?
It's not like I was.
Yeah. What's your name that's walking up there? Lucy, do you stay here because your house burnt? Yeah, I did. Sounds like it's hard for her to put together a word.
Yeah,
like
she's struggling.
She's trying to talk. Lucy, I'm sorry that you are. Okay. Is that what it said? What did it say?
I don't know, man. It sounded like it could have been okay.
Lucy, do you know what year it is? Keep hearing. Sounds like someone was walking in here.
Just trotted. Like, there's nothing in here.
Dude, it looks like someone was walking in here. I thought somebody was. We had our lights off.
It sounded like something like bringing around us.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. It felt like it walked in the door. Oh, dude, look how blurry.
The stairwell lights start to flicker as shadows shift along the upper landing. John and Josh feel movement closing in on their space, followed by quiet whispers. More names come through: Philip, Alfred, and Lester, hinting that Lucy may not be the only presence. The replies appear to come from specific spots upstairs, suggesting multiple entities communicating from that area.
Batteries just went out, didn't it?
Look, it shut this pedal off. Dude, it just sucked the batteries dry.
Those are brand new batteries.
Dude, that sound.
Alright, well.
Well, we're done with the Echo Box tonight.
That is insane.
Dude.
Those are brand new batteries.
Yeah, because we just got through talking about, you know, we come back from our road trip and we put new batteries in it. And it lasted the whole road trip. It's not like it eats the batteries up.
Right.
Like we filmed
Joliet.
4 videos with this thing. Long, like all night videos every night. Wow, dude. There's no, well, you gotta think, unlike the other places we've been, there's nothing for it to draw energy from here other than the batteries we have. And like, well, my battery just dropped the bar. Now we've been filming for a little while, but.
And for once, it didn't attack my battery. It just ran the Echo Box. Can you touch that green light for me? If you get close to it, it'll change colors and beep.
What's that? I don't know, dude. That's the second time I've heard that noise.
It's like something moving upstairs.
Can you make that noise for me one more time? My light battery's dying now.
Is it?
Yeah, I just put it in before we came in here.
During the investigation, the Echo Box suddenly loses power despite new batteries, then turns itself back on while switched off. Voices resume, followed by heavy footsteps and loud bangs from upstairs. With no physical explanation, John reviews the sequence and considers it one of his clearest sessions, leaving the team unsettled and convinced the cabin is not truly empty. TikTok user Appalachia Decay lives in a 200-year-old farmhouse deep in the Appalachian woods of West Virginia, a place where the silence feels as old as the structure itself. Accustomed to creaks and drafts, she grows concerned when unfamiliar sounds begin coming from the basement. At first, she assumes it's rats or wildlife, but the noise feels wrong. Uneasy yet curious, she starts recording on her phone and heads downstairs, unaware that what follows will turn a routine check into something far more unsettling. Suddenly, movement comes from behind one of the old basement doors. The handle yanks violently, as if someone on the other side is trying to force it open. What makes it unsettling is that the door leads nowhere. It isn't connected to any room or passage and is sealed by a solid wall. Whatever pulled the handle couldn't have been standing behind it.
These are the steps that lead out. I don't know what that is, but if you look, it's been sealed from the inside and the outside.
Appalachia Decay admits she has no clear explanation for the noises or the forceful pull on the door handle. Although she wants to believe it was just the house shifting with age, she's not willing to ignore it. The basement door remains closed, and she now moves through her home with a heightened sense of caution. For her, the possibility that something unseen could stir behind a door that leads nowhere is a stark reminder of how much in the Appalachian Mountains. Dave Explores is a US-based exploration channel that documents abandoned cabins, forgotten ranches, remote homesteads, natural formations, and desert landscapes. His content is calm and observational, focusing on preserved structures, desert infrastructure, and overlooked history rather than dramatic storytelling. This footage was recorded on December 12, 2024, in a remote desert region of the United States.
Today we're checking out a ranch line shack, which is right over there. It's a really cool place, you're not going to want to miss it. And on this side, we have these really unique looking caves. So let's go have a look at them real quick. We have 2 caves, they don't go in very far. Although upon going up to them, I hear an echo. Just look at the size of this. It's a huge rock right there. This one's not as big. Ranch line shack in the distance. Remnants of buildings right there we'll check out. We have a corral that's still relatively used. Then looking up in these rock, got some caves up there too. And then a water faucet.
Dave arrives at an old ranch-lined shack and nearby caves, choosing to explore the caves first. The hollow echoes bouncing back emphasize how isolated the area feels. As he moves through the site, he examines the corral, stone foundations, and a small volunteer cabin once used by workers. Inside, shelves, logbooks, and leftover supplies remain in place. When he checks the faucets, he realizes the water no longer runs, something that had worked on previous visits, and the change immediately shifts the atmosphere.
Great roof that's been replaced recently, maybe within the last 10 years. It's just crazy to see what people leave behind in these volunteer cabins. Water's on this side. Sink right there. Got a window looking out. And of course the guest logbook. Let's see. Where would the most recent ones be? 4/18/21. Well, that's very outdated. That's years ago. Guess it's just not updated. Another logbook on this side. 5/28/2022. But that's still very outdated. It's a while back. Shelves full of stuff. See inside here. So I'll do a quick 360 of this cabin, then we'll go check out everything else.
Inside the cabin, he notes how well preserved it remains, with stone walls, solid flooring, a repaired roof, and an intact window. He then quietly goes through the logbooks, looks over the stored items, and inspects the furnace, continuing to document the space in its largely untouched state.
Cabin, and the water source is up this way. We have a tank reservoir, which is bone dry. Last time I was up this way, there's water in it. And the piping continues going up this way. One way you could tell there's a lot of water is the fact that there's grass growing. So looking up, got all these rocks. Then the coolest thing I've ever seen, right there.
Dave follows the mountain trail up to the old Tinker Reservoir, once the source that supplied water to the cabin. When he reaches it, he finds it completely dry, crack-drained, and abandoned, with only empty pipes left behind.
Faucets that we turned on and everything, water was coming out of them. Wonder why all the water dried up. It is currently summer right now, but that shouldn't be the reason. Last time I came was in spring, so around the same time of year. Very unfortunate.
He notes that on previous visits, the water system was still running, which makes the current state feel like a clear turning point. The dry reservoir gives the impression that the site has finally been left behind for good. After securing the cabin, Dave starts his descent, reflecting on how fast desert sites break down once they're abandoned. There's no paranormal activity, but the empty pipes, lingering echoes, and forgotten structures create a subdued tension that highlights how the environment slowly reclaims what's been left behind. In Aguascalientes, Mexico, there's an old hacienda sitting on the outskirts, crumbling, forgotten, and full of history. These haciendas used to be massive estates that ran agriculture during Mexico's colonial and revolutionary times, owned by powerful families. Now they're basically ruins, with the old wealth and power vibe rotting away. But people say places like this don't really let go, and Alex from Tierra Muerta, MX, is about to go inside one with a few friends. Late at night, the second he steps in, the air feels heavier.
Si se fijan, es un lugar ya como les comentaba que está en ruinas. Un lugar al que han venido muchísimas personas a escarbar en busca de tesoros. Ahora sí.
He's not just checking out an abandoned place, he's walking into somewhere people say still carries the past. In the dark, behind rotten wood and cracked stone, locals claim they've seen things, figures, moving shadows, and heard whispers like someone's still there. And without even realizing it yet, he's already caught some strange sounds on camera.
Si se fijan, es un lugar ya como les comentaba que está en ruinas. Un lugar al que han venido muchísimas personas a escarbar en busca de tesoros. Ahora sí. Desde que llegamos se siente una vibra un poquito pesada. No les voy a mentir, se siente más ligera que en otras haciendas, pero sí se siente un tanto pesadita. Sobre todo que después de un rato empezamos a escuchar cosas como pasos. No sabemos si era algún animal o algún ruido extra, pero pues esperemos que no sea un vivo.
Alex goes deeper into the ruined hacienda, and the vibe turns uneasy fast. He hears distant sounds, faint shuffling, and a whisper he can't make out, but it's enough to freak him out. They keep exploring, not realizing whatever's going on is about to get worse, and something shifts in the dark without Alex noticing.
Y nos tienes a nosotros. Si se fijan, lo que les comento es demasiado grande este lugar.
In between the broken walls, a dark figure flashes into view, just for a second, like a silhouette that shouldn't be there. It's gone almost instantly, and Alex doesn't even catch it at the time. Later, when they rewatch the footage, they spot it. This weird shadow just standing there in the ruins, with no sound, no warning. And after that, the whole vibe gets heavier, like that wasn't the only thing lurking around.
Siento una presencia, siento que algo se asoma, siento que algo se quita. Ahorita fue en la puerta de atrás, ahorita lo volví a ver aquí. Está reciando la lluvia, pero todavía está aceptable. Oh, vean esto no lo había visto. Mira, Jorge. que habita este lugar. Le invito a que se manifieste. Escuché bien cerquitas. Le invito a que se manifieste. Escuché bien cerquitas.
Sí.
Si no quieres que estemos aquí, puedes hacérmelo saber. ¿Qué se oye? ¿Sabes qué pareciera como los clásicos gritos de la Llorona?
Son muy claros, ¿verdad?
Sí. Hoy, ahora escucha de este lado.
Está rodeando.
¿Qué pasa? Ay, sentí unos escalofríos bien sabrosos en la espalda. No, no alcanza a agarrar la luz. Otra vez.
¿Tú nos está rodeando?
Sí. ¿Dónde estás? Hoy. Yo la escucho de este lado,
Acá se escucha.
¿La escuchan allá? Sí. Súbanse acá.
Acá abajo se oye allá. Uy, ya empezaron los perros.
Okay. En la ribera se escuchan muy frecuentes los lamentos de la Llorona. Pues con razón estamos aquí a medio fraccionamiento de la ribera.
Medio kilómetro.
Bueno. ¿Los alcanzan a percibir ustedes? ¿Alcanzan a percibir esos ruidos?
Ahora se escucha por acá.
Sí, pareciera que nos está rodeando, Traemos a nuestro pequeño amigo que nos acabamos de encontrar. Diles hola, Manny. Se va a llamar Manny, nuestro amiguito. Vean qué mirada tan escalofriante tiene. No manchen, qué rayos con su ojo.
The deeper they go, the heavier it feels, like something is watching them the whole time. When they come across a discarded doll, the vibe turns even creepier. They call out, hoping for a sign, but nothing answers back, only dead, suffocating silence. Eventually, they leave disappointed, thinking nothing really happened, but later, they realize a shadow figure was caught on camera the entire time without them noticing. It makes the whole Hacienda feel like it's holding on to something dark that just won't let go. The clip is from Will's Adventures, a UK travel Untouched exploration channel that explores remote wild camps, abandoned places, and spots with creepy histories. This one was filmed on November 21st, 2024 in Scotland at White Lagan Bothy.
An update on the most haunted bothy in Scotland. Bit disappointing, to be fair. But we did hear noises and somebody did knock the door and none of the guys says it was them. And Colin went to open the door and there was nobody there. Bit weird. And there was kind of bangs coming from outside. But other than that, it was... I wouldn't say it was too much... It wasn't very haunted, to be fair. But I was still...
After hiking for about 30 to 40 minutes in freezing weather and over icy puddles, Will and Colin reach White Lagan Bothy and notice smoke coming from the chimney. Someone's already inside. They go in anyway, set up their gear, and start preparing for the night.
In the bothy, I was like, do you know this is like a haunted bothy? And they're like, oh no, don't say that. I showed them a couple of videos on YouTube and they're like, oh no. But I don't think it's haunted, to be fair. But I wouldn't like, I don't know if I would like to stay in there myself. I'm kind of glad that Colin and them other two fellas were there, because it had been a very eerie night, to be fair. And when you go outside to do the toilet. It is freezing, pitch black, and you're like, can't see a thing in front of you. Oh, I can't go over.
There are sudden knocks on the bothy door. Colin opens it, but no one's there. A few minutes later, more loud bangs hit outside, and nobody inside says they did it.
The Scotland flag on it. That's the bothy. So if you find it, if you're looking for it, then just follow this path round. You'll see a cycle path sign. Just take your first left, or just look for this blue pole, and then just go up here. Sure, there is a building over here that's been knocked down. I thought that was a bothy, and I was like, oh no, that's been knocked down. But no, if you just follow that up there, you can see it. If it's like, see if it's like the lights out, the sun's out, then you can see the bothy no bother. But as I said, we turned up at 4:30, 4:45, and it was pitch black, couldn't see a thing. We just winged it. We just walked up there and found it. We actually seen the smoke coming from the chimney. That's how we found it.
Will steps outside to use the toilet and is met with complete darkness, snow, frozen puddles, and a silent, open valley. The crunch of ice under his boots carries sharply in the still air. Inside the bothy, Colin remains alert as new sounds emerge, while the wind and distant banging continue beyond the walls.
You can actually climb up there if my knee wasn't too sore. Full of excuses, me, innit? Right, you ready to go? Come on, you. Future hashtag here. Look at the views, man. You can see the moon. Moon's still there. Oh, so Colin, how did you find your first night in a bothy? A haunted bothy at that? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was haunted?
No.
No? There was noises in that, but wasn't there?
They sit by the fire and talk about the unexplained knocks and bangs in the freezing cold. Nothing shows up, but the bothy still feels tense and isolated. By morning, the noises stop and daylight brings relief, but the unease sticks because the isolation and uncertainty made the night feel disturbing even without any clear haunting. Urban Ghosts is a US-based urban exploration channel that documents abandoned factories, hospitals, schools, and other remote locations, focusing on atmospheric decay alongside subtle paranormal elements such as strange symbols, signs of habitation, and unexplained sounds. This investigation took place on September 15, 2020, inside an abandoned cement factory in the United States.
I've never been here. I didn't know where it was or anything. Back then, though, I wasn't interested in doing stuff like this.
Right. Rob used to live somewhat close to here.
Yeah, like right down the road. That's crazy.
Oh, there's another building over there too, or something. Yeah.
That place over there doesn't look accessible at this point. It's a freaking forest.
So apparently this was some kind of like cement factory.
Or maybe, well, we'd have to walk through that.
We are not checking that out. I'm not walking through this. Oh, this is pretty cool looking. Definitely have to be aware of our surroundings. What's that? Hey, there's very, very recent footprints right here.
Rob and the host move deeper into the grounds in heavy rain, passing trailers, burned debris, and discarded belongings that suggest recent habitation. Graffitied mattresses, makeshift fire pits, and scattered clothing line the area. They cautiously approach one of the main interior structures, aware they may not be alone, as the hollow silence inside heightens the tension before they continue.
Yeah. So we may not be alone. That's like right now. Let me see something. Yeah, this is, look, see, there's my footprint. So just watch where you walk, because
They stepped hard, which means they probably ran.
yep, somebody saw us coming back here and ran back there. I hear. Yeah.
There's somebody, for sure.
New footprints cut through the wet mud, showing clear signs of recent movement, making it impossible to ignore that someone could still be inside.
Oh, I'm standing in like this weird symbol.
In another part of the factory, they come across unsettling markings, repeated 666 tags alongside crude rocket ship drawings. A faint, disembodied voice echoes through the structure. The hosts stop and scan the area, acknowledging it sounds like someone speaking, yet no one is in sight.
I really feel like we're being watched. I'm not kidding, bro. Seriously. Okay.
Near the last building, they discover unmistakable evidence of current occupants, including fresh bedding, food, and organized personal items. Realizing the site is actively being lived in, the hosts decide to leave for their own safety and out of respect. In Cavite, Philippines, there's an abandoned resort with a reputation for ghost stories and urban legends. Jiski has explored it before alone at night, but it only left him with more questions. Now he's back with a group of experienced explorers to see if the rumors are real. The resort used to be a busy getaway spot built in the early 90s, but it got abandoned after years of neglect and eventually shut down for reasons no one fully knows. People say the place is cursed and that something keeps driving explorers away. As the group enters, the atmosphere immediately feels heavier and the silence feels tense. They start setting up gear like a spirit box and an EMF meter, already feeling like they're not alone.
Umaga na. Lasdos na eh. May iba po ba kami kasama rito maliban sa aming apat? Pwede ba kayong lumapit sa amin? Ayun, pumapalo oh. Wala? Oo nga oh. Oh. Tulong po, parang ganun. Pwede pagalawin yung ghost ball. Para sa amin. Okay, magpatulog kayo, patulogin yung mga gamit, equipment. Ikaw ba yung nagpapakitang white lady dito? Pwede ka bang lumapit sa amin ngayon? Babae, no? Boss babae, no? Ayun, no? Diba?
They call out, asking if any spirits are in the resort. The spirit box crackles, and a faint voice comes through. The temperature drops out of nowhere, and everyone starts exchanging nervous looks. At that point, it's hard to ignore. Something unseen is there, and it feels like it's trying to respond.
Tulong? Tulong? O parang nagtutulong.
Bakit yung tulong? Ano nangyari sa'yo? Ba't hindi ang tulong? Nasa harapan ka ba namin? Tagiliran? Saan? Ano? Nasa gilid ka pa ba? Saan gilid yan? Nasa ka ba? Maramdan ka.
Saan ka banda dito?
As the team keeps asking questions, the vibe gets heavier and more intense. It starts feeling like the place is closing in on them, and every dark corner looks like it's hiding something. Still, they keep going, determined to find out what's really here.
Sa amin dito, meron daw nagpapakitang white lady dito. Ikaw na ba yun? Ikaw ba ito kausap namin? Sinubukan na rin namin magtanong kung ilan silang nananatili dito.
Mag-isa ka lang bang ano dito? O may mga kasama ka ba?
Ilan kayo dito ngayon? Pakiulit, ilan kayo?
Ilan? Ilan? Ilan daw, ilan? Hawakan mo naman yung isa sa amin, no? Uy, ano mo? Hawakan. Grabe ka naman, hawakan. Hawakan yung isa sa amin, grabe, binatakbo niya, takbo yung mawak na yung pasalit. Ano ka ba?
As Jayski keeps asking questions, the spirit box replies, "Start coming through more clearly." He asks, "Are you the one they call the White Lady?" And the answer hits back almost right away. Yes. Everyone gets chills because the resort's famous legend suddenly feels way too real. But then it gets worse. They start wondering what else is there with them and what the resort has been holding on to all these years. The atmosphere shifts, answers turn vague and unsettling. The air feels thicker, the temperature drops again, and strange sounds feel like they're closing in. Between the voices, the cold spots, and that heavy feeling in the air, it stops feeling like a myth. When they leave, the tension doesn't just disappear. They walk out feeling shaken, still carrying the sense that something restless is stuck there. They came looking for answers, and even though they didn't get all of them, one thing feels clear to them. That place is haunted, and whatever's there isn't ready to let go. This video is from the Spooky Booze, a US paranormal exploration channel run by Mackie and Amanda. They investigate haunted locations and abandoned sites linked to dark history using night vision cameras, spirit boxes, REM pods, and other gear to capture unexplained activity. It was filmed on June 11th, 2022 at Lazy H Ranch, United States.
Doodle. Zone it in, we'll have the spirit box going.
We're just gonna ask some questions, see who's here with us, and
Alright.
I'm picking up on the same things.
Here we go.
So this is super weird. Right before I closed my eyes and went to start drawing, and we hadn't turned the spirit box on, and something just told me wait.
Wait on the spirit box?
No, wait on me writing.
Oh.
Which was weird. When the spirit box turned on, because I was like, oh, maybe I thought wait because it hadn't turned on yet. So I put my hand down and did my first circle, and I started from the middle right here.
Yeah.
And when I went around, it literally felt like somebody bumped my hand. And you can see where it went out a tiny bit, where it went out, and then I started again, and I did one more full circle before I stopped and was like, something definitely hit my hand. It didn't get.
Mackie and Amanda get set up inside the cabin as night falls. The woods feel heavy and unsettling, and they start hearing faint footsteps outside. As they prep their equipment for the investigation, the tension ramps up.
Things here, one of them keeps coming through, it's a man, it's definitely more pushy, and he's the one that keeps, every time we ask who's here, and I feel like it's also the one that said Brendan, but I don't know if its name is Brendan. Every time we ask who's here, it goes here, here. And I just heard this last time somebody else go almost like you've said that before, but it was said that, or do you know what I mean?
Stop saying that, you know.
I don't know if it's the spirit of a little girl, and that's who I saw in white, now I'm thinking that and putting that together. I don't know if it's the spirit of a little girl, or if it's the spirit talking about a little girl. But in the very beginning, I heard call my mommy. It sounded like a little girl's voice, and then there's been a couple of other things that make me feel like there's a little girl coming through and here with us. That's who I starting to hand it to you and stopped. I just saw a full, very tall shadow man standing right to my left. It was almost his shoulder, right about here, so he was pretty tall. It didn't give me a bad feeling at all.
Okay.
So I would say we should do something in here. You just moved to it. Shut up.
Stop.
You just moved over there.
That's crazy.
Bro, you should see your face right now.
I know, I'm I can't believe that, because right then it sounded like a footstep right here next to me. Whoever's here with us right now, if you want us to just start an investigation.
A sudden loud bang shocks both of them. Right after, a shadowy figure briefly shows up on the night vision camera and then disappears, making it seem like something is inside the cabin with them.
Classical music that was playing.
Oh, yeah. Is he still sitting there? Does he feel okay?
You know where you need to leave. You're not welcome to stay here with Mackie and I.
You have to leave.
For the rest of the night, you have to go.
You're not welcome here.
I almost... He definitely left. That's so weird that these questions are coming up. I almost feel like maybe they were family.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But I really did not like him.
Flashlight. Why?
I don't know. Just had, he had that overwhelming kind of, like, just overpowering, like, feeling where he was just, like, very macho, like, top dog. Very top dog and, like, rude to women.
Okay.
Or children.
Was he saying something to you?
Nothing in particular. It was more of, like, he sat down next to me. It was kind of, like, intimidation factor.
Okay.
School, you know?
Yeah.
Where he wasn't a bad, like, negative spirit. He was just, like, a negative person.
Did you see him, or was it... You saw him? What do you look like?
Mackie tries communicating with the spirit box, and distorted voices come through, some even sounding like names, which makes it feel like something responsive is answering them.
I feel like this is the first time ever that I've been able to isolate it down to one single spirit and keep a conversation, like, with just her.
Why did she come here to talk to us?
I think it's about her passing. Elisa, do you want to talk about how you passed? Or who was involved in your passing? You can make our flashlight go on for who was involved in your passing.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Lisa, a lot of people believe that you were not alone that night and that somebody else had involvement. If that's true, can you make our flashlight go off? Or any of our other devices go on? Our flashlight go off? Or any off? Or any off? Or any... Again, you can take energy from our flashlight battery.
As they're wrapping up, things keep happening. The cameras and spirit box pick up footsteps, cold spots, and shadow movement, and both of them feel like they're being watched. They end the night with a bunch of unsettling evidence: footsteps, temperature drops, shadow figures, and clear spirit box replies. Even after leaving the cabin, that's still being observed. Feeling sticks, making Lazy H Ranch seem consistently active. The video is from Ruin Road, an American urban exploration channel that explores abandoned and overlooked locations, frequently linking them to real cases and true crime narratives. The focus is on the objects left behind: furniture, tools, toys, and photos, preserving each space as it was when it was last occupied. The footage was recorded on January 5th, 2025 in the United States.
Way to another abandoned location, deep in the woods of the northeast, we would stumble on this abandoned hunter's cabin. Tentatively, I approached as the sun was setting, uncertain if it was truly abandoned or not. Though we will see evidence that some hunters may still rough it in the beds, the property has been abandoned for over 5 years when a logging company would purchase it in a tax sale.
Here's like they had a little lawnmower. Some tools and stuff. Little doghouse, outhouse. Is this the door you're looking for? Barn collapsed. Same with the back of the house. Looks like it might have been just like a porch or something, because it doesn't connect on the inside.
As dusk settles, the team reaches a hunter's cabin hidden deep in the woods. The structure is heavily weathered, with a collapsed porch, rusted barrels half buried in the ground, peeling paint, and a small doghouse still standing nearby. The forest around it is unnervingly quiet, suggesting the cabin was once lived in, but has long been left behind.
Yeah, there's like a old barrel and stuff in there. But let's go inside here and check it out.
Inside, they find hunting lockers, an axe, a worn Vermont map, and scattered gear. The space feels frozen in time, as if it was left mid-season and never revisited, creating an uneasy contrast between long-term abandonment and a sense of lingering presence.
Oh yeah, there's some more beds up here. Whoa, there's like a bear toy. Yeah, they insulated it a little bit. You could sleep a lot of people up here. Look at this. Yeah, they had it all. They installed their own power. Probably brought a generator. Yeah, look at the kids' toys. Yeah, the bear's cool. Helicopter.
Upstairs, they come across children's toys, stuffed animals, bunk beds, and magazines more than a decade old. The presence of personal items, especially those belonging to children, deepens the unease, suggesting a sudden departure rather than slow abandonment. The visit ends without any clarity about who lived there or why the cabin was left behind so completely. The video opens at a quiet cabin in the woods, where the group heads out into a dense, remote forest surrounding their cottage in the United States, an area long known for local legends of strange wildlife and Sasquatch sightings. Towering trees, thick undergrowth, and a swollen river create an unsettling atmosphere. On December 27, 2024, they begin their exploration, unaware that the forest is about to reveal eerie sounds, fleeting movements, and signs of something large moving disturbingly close by.
Across the road here, our cottage borders thick woods. Just climbing down through. We'll see what I can find in here. Okay guys, I'm getting out of here. I feel silly losing my nerve so quickly, but I heard a grunt, a deep, loud grunt in the forest over there a couple minutes ago, and then the sound of a tree twisting, like the wood fibers breaking. I'm not making this up, I'm serious. I heard those two things. It's a calm night. It wasn't just the wind twisting the tree. There's something out there. And it's time for me to make my exit here. Oh man.
As the explorer leaves the cottage and enters the forest, a low guttural sound rolls through the trees, quickly followed by the loud snap of breaking wood deeper ahead. They stop instantly, carefully surveying their surroundings before slowly and cautiously heading in the direction of the noise.
Sizable, tall balsam tree that's still alive because it still has like foliage on it. You can see there. It's a healthy tree by the looks of things, but it's been completely snapped off and pushed over recently. What's interesting right here, we're pretty close to the road still, but you can see there's almost like a natural trail right through here. Kind of twists around a bit. A fairly wide one too. I don't know if this is a footprint or just some naturally occurring depression here, but it's deep, whatever it is, and it's fresh. So here's that fallen balsam, and I've gotten close enough now to see there is a root ball, so maybe it fell down naturally, but the wood seems sound. And also right next to it is this substantial poplar, which also looks like it was broken off, but you can see that wood is all sound. There's no rot in there. It's just solid wood that was just ripped off somehow. And the trunk broke in this case too. It wasn't the roots that gave.
They come across two freshly broken trees, a balsam and a poplar, both strong and healthy, now twisted apart as if by great force. Rain pours down as the explorer examines the damage, confused by how it happened. Then, slow, heavy breathing is heard nearby. With the storm worsening and unease setting in, they turn back toward the cottage, left with no clear answers, only the feeling that something had been very close. Meet Sam, who runs the YouTube channel Sam Walks a Lot. She explores old and creepy places across the UK, from abandoned ruins to dark forests, often going solo and keeping things calm but tense. This time, she teamed up with fellow explorer Nick to visit Grovely Wood, a place so unsettling she had always avoided it at night. On a dark evening, they reached the edge of the woods, known for over 300 years of ghost stories and hidden World War II history. Their goal was simple: find the buried World War II bunkers and see if the stories about the woods being haunted were actually true.
Nick and I are on a historical hunt. He thinks he can lead us to one or two of the forgotten World War II bunkers called Stanton shelters. I wasn't able to find them when I was here with weird wheelchairs, so this is going to be really interesting. We actually got lost.
Don't say that.
We're going all Blair Witch on this one. And second, we are here to see if the stories are true. Are the ghosts of World War II really haunting the ammo store, or are the older, more tragic spirits?
When they entered the trail, everything went quiet. The path was an ancient Roman ridge road, almost 2,000 years old, once used by the military and now overgrown by nature. Stories say ghostly soldiers still pass through here, and the atmosphere carries the weight of countless years.
You have a story about this, don't you?
I was up here about 2 years ago visiting the witches' trees, and I met a couple of young ladies, and one of them told me a story that she looked over her shoulder and the carriage completely disappeared.
Nick shared a story he'd heard from a cyclist who claimed to see a golden, ghost-like royal carriage appear on the path, only to vanish moments later. The tale connects to another local legend, the Burkham Woodsman, a dark figure said to stand just beyond the trees, revealed by a snapping twig and the chilling sense of being watched.
A shadow figure can be seen behind the trees. It doesn't come past the tree line, and usually he makes himself known with a snapping of a twig and feeling of being watched. I mean, we're in the forest, twig snapping is quite normal, so that's okay. But when I was here last year, or almost 2 years ago, we were at the house and I heard twig snapping.
Their first stop was the location tied to the wood's most infamous legend, the Hansel sisters. In 1737, 4 sisters were accused of witchcraft, taken into these woods, and killed. According to legend, 4 twisted beech trees later grew from their unmarked graves.
1737, smallpox epidemic tore through the nearby town of Wilton. According to legend, the panicked locals turned on 4 Danish sisters with last name Hansel. They were accused of witchcraft, dragged here in the woods, and they were killed. Now, legend has it that they were buried in unmarked graves and that gnarly beech trees grew where the bodies were buried.
As Sam and Nick searched through the darkness, they started hearing faint voices that sounded like women, with no clear source. Even as their unease grew, they kept going until they finally came across the 4 twisted trees, encircled by a deliberate ring of branches.
Stepping into the circle. There you go. We say, if there's anyone here with us now, if you interact with this, it will pick your presence up. It doesn't do anything, it just makes a sound and changes color. Oh no! Thank you for that. Thank you so much. That was immediate. Could you please touch this box again? Just once more.
Sam placed a ghost hunting device within the circle and asked if anything was there. Almost instantly, it activated. They then went to the second tree and asked the same question, and again the device lit up red.
If you're here with us, can you touch that box with the green light on? It's not going to hurt you. It would just let us know that you're here. No way! Thank you. Thank you so much.
A disturbing pattern started to form. At the third tree, the device responded again, just as before. When they reached the 4th and final tree, it lit up once more, suggesting a clear, intelligent response at all 4 grave sites.
Hello, if you're here with us, can you please, I'm going to step away from it because otherwise there are lights inside that you can turn on. If you walk past it or you touch it, this is insane.
4 out of 4.
4 out of 4.
They moved deeper into the forest to search for their second goal, the hidden World War II Stanton shelters. After struggling through the pitch-black woods, they finally found a bunker entrance, a concrete structure almost completely swallowed by the ground.
There's a path with someone. Ah, here it is. Found it.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, look at this.
As soon as they stepped inside, it felt like a place where soldiers once hid, and where some never truly left. The atmosphere shifted, and the activity picked up. When Sam switched on the spirit box, the responses came through instantly, and they were unsettling.
Okay, strangled by whom? What is your name?
Hiding.
You're hiding.
Cyrus.
Cyrus, your name is Cyrus. Hi, Cyrus. My name is Sam.
My name is Nick.
It's nice to meet you. Why are you hiding? It's okay. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
Drain camera.
You're going to drain my camera?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Okay, that's my mom's name. I'm going to try the other one. Hang on. Make sure that it's not the light. Could you please talk to us? You're not far from here. Where are you? I did ask, where are you? Earlier.
Yeah.
Where are you? Not far from here, where? And why are you here? Were you here during the war? You're mourning. What are you mourning?
Sam started to develop a headache, and when she asked if a spirit was responsible, strange noises echoed outside the bunker, abruptly ending the session. After that, everything went quiet. Sam and Nick eventually left, but the questions stayed with them. Who were the spirits called Cyrus, Jeffrey, and Anna? What happened to trap them in that dark, forgotten shelter? Were they soldiers or victims of something far more disturbing? Muskrat and Cindy love exploring the Idaho wilderness. While checking their bear bait along a trail they knew well, something unusual in the trees stopped them. One tree looked overgrown, misshapen, and oddly cluttered. And when they took a closer look, they discovered something unsettling hanging inside it.
We decided to take a drive up the road and over the mountain and come across something here extremely strange. I'm not really sure what to make of this. It's we found an old trail here. We walked down the trail, and here hanging in this tree here, right underneath that pole, was what I thought was a barrel that was probably used as a martin box. What it turned out to be is an old milk can, and stranger yet, the lid was on it. I pulled the lid off of it, and look at this. What in the world? Why would anybody... That's a pine marten. It's all been skinned and stretched. This is a coyote. Looks like several coyotes. I'm not positive what that one is. Anyway, I want this old milk can, so I'm going to dig all these out of here, and then I'll get a better idea just what this is. But why in the world would anybody go through the trouble of, I'm sure, trapping these animals, skinning them, stretching them, fleshing them, and then stick them in a milk can and hang them on the tree and never come back? They've been here, looks like, quite a while. So... I don't know what to think of this. Maybe the guy is trapping out a season. There's no season on coyotes. The pine marten would be the only one you get in trouble for. Maybe he was planning to come back and never made it back. I don't know. Very, very strange. I've never come across anything quite like this before.
It was a milk carton, but not a normal one. Inside, animal remains were packed tightly, like someone had placed them there on purpose. Muskrat carefully took them out, shocked by what he was seeing.
Had a coyote in it, 2 marten that were loose, a fox with a marten that was stuffed inside of the fox. So, 3 marten, a fox, a coyote, and 2 badgers. They've been here a long time. They've turned green and moldy, but they're all stretched, fleshed, dried, ready for sale, stuffed into a milk can tied to a tree. In the middle of nowhere. This spot here is probably, I'm guessing 25 miles from the closest town or house. I don't know. I tell you, sometimes you run across some strange things in the woods. I don't know what to...
Then they spotted something else nearby, a tree with wood stacked against it on purpose, almost as if someone or something had been trying to build a shelter.
Okay, so this is just probably 100 yards, not even 100 yards up from where that barrel was with all the critters in it. Gotta be Sasquatch. Maybe Sasquatch that guy. Actually, this is kind of strange. Actually, really kind of strange, but I don't know if I believe in the whole Bigfoot tree structure things, but this one is a little weird.
The place felt completely out of place, almost unnatural. Who could have done this, and for what reason? Was someone living deep in the woods, or was it something else altogether? Some even speculated it might have been a Sasquatch hiding food. No one has any real answers. The clip comes from Rickles Outdoors, a UK channel known for solo bushcraft and peaceful wild camping. The creator usually shares calm nights in the woods, but even familiar places can feel unsettling when something disrupts the quiet. On May 27th, 2024, he's back in a remote woodland he knows well, an area known for thick greenery, wild garlic, and steady silence. He arrives expecting a calm night at a spot he's used for over a year. The plan is to set up and relax, but before he can even unpack, something in the distance suddenly stops him.
Just got to my spot where I really wanted to camp. I haven't camped there for about a year now, and there was someone there. He looked like a guy, but in ladies' laces. He, she, whatever was hiding. I don't know, I've just been to the toilet or something, but yeah, they're sorting themselves out, and there was a big bag next to them, so I don't know if it was a traveller or something just going to the toilet, but it's right where I went to the camp. Now there's a nice pile of logs now, but no, I quickly got out of there. Made a bit of noise coming out, but...
As he nears his usual clearing, he stops. Someone is already there. A man wearing women's lace clothing, partly undressed, digging through a large bag. The camper watches from a distance as the man stays completely focused, unaware of him. Uncomfortable with the situation, he quietly backs away to find another place.
Oh well, got one other place I could check out. If that's no good, I think I'll... You know, it's a bit of a failed one. Here's another spot. I've camped there a few times. by the waterfall. I've been looking around because I want a fire tonight, and there's just no dead wood. It's all green, and obviously you don't cut live trees. There is this thing here. Well, there's like a drop off there, you can't really see. It's really nice here. Smell the garlic, it's gorgeous, it's really nice. But I think sometimes you've got to listen to your heart, and quite often my heart is right. My heart's saying, don't do it, go home. So by the time I'm set up, I'll probably spend half the night trying to find wood to burn, and you know, I could have a quiet one and sit in a tent. I don't want to watch videos and that, because it defines the purpose of being outside, really. Yeah, I think I might go home, start again tomorrow. Well, the lady just came by who's lost her dog. I've been here for about an hour or so. Very relaxing. I could easily stay here longer, but to be honest, that whistle and her shouting, it was just getting too much. But I said to her, you know, I didn't see any dogs or anything come through here. Hopefully she'll find it. All packed away, leave no trace. Beautiful woodland. Really could stay longer, but the old whistle and shouting. Oh, you can't get away from it. I've been looking around because I want a fire tonight, and there's just no dead wood. It's all green, and obviously you don't cut live trees. There is this thing here. Well, there's like a drop off there, you can't really see. It's really nice here. Smell the garlic, it's gorgeous, it's really nice. But I think sometimes you've got to listen to your heart, and quite often my heart is right. My heart's saying, don't do it, go home. So by the time I'm set up, I'll probably spend half the night trying to find wood to burn, and you know, I could have a quiet one and sit in a tent. I don't want to watch videos and that, because it defines the purpose of being outside, really. Yeah, I think I might go home, start again tomorrow.
He eventually finds a quieter spot, makes a coffee, and tries to relax. But the calm doesn't last. A woman's voice starts echoing through the woods, whistling and repeatedly calling for a lost dog. This sound carries long after she passes, adding to the unease. By the end of the night, he decides to leave early. Despite the peaceful setting, the tension never fades, and he quietly packs up and heads out. The disturbing footage comes from Alex Nino, a US-based trucking vlogger who documents life on long-haul routes. His channel shows the real side of trucking: endless pickups, long dock waits, roadside meals, and the strain of time away from home, shared in a casual, unfiltered style that often blends humor with unpredictability. The video was recorded on July 7th, 2023 at a small truck stop near a fuel lane and parking area, the kind of stop drivers use for a quick break before getting back on the road.
Alright guys, we secured the bag. Now let's try this spicy tri-tip deliciousness.
Shit. Barbecue sauce.
Gosh. Oh my. That is the tastiest piece of meat I've ever put in my mouth. Woo, doggy! That was the best piece of meat I've ever tasted in my life. That was the juiciest piece of meat I've ever. That meat that I ate was so delicious. That meat was so thick. The tri-tip was good. Alright guys, so I grabbed a quick bite. I feel like today has been one of the worst days for me to eat. I ate kind of crappy all week. Pull out of the fuel lane, and I'm gonna pull over there. I see a little area to park at. I'm gonna just pull up right here. want to get in this guy's way. Oh man, I hope this guy doesn't get mad. Alright, that should be good, right? Right there. What is this guy doing? You good?
What's your problem?
We're just gonna pull over to eat real quick, man.
You run me over.
Oh, no. Oh, that cat almost got ran over, though. Alright, me and this guy, I think he thought I was gonna hit him or something, but I almost caught that cat right there get hit. My barbecue sauce. Dude, this guy's coming back. What?
Hey, motherfucker, move out of the way.
Huh?
In a quiet part of the lot, he settles into his cab with a sandwich, enjoying a brief moment of peace. Then he notices a nearby man acting strangely. At first, it seems harmless, just odd behavior at an otherwise normal stop.
Shit. Hey, what are you doing, dude? Hey. What the hell?
The man suddenly turns aggressive, circling the truck and moving closer with a sense of erratic energy. Alex quickly realizes this isn't normal. Something about the stranger is seriously off.
Oh, look, he's coming back. I'm just trying to eat, dude. I'm gonna leave.
Seconds later, the man reappears with something in his hand and lunges toward the driver's side. Alex doesn't hesitate. He throws the truck into motion and pulls away just in time. The man chases after the truck for a moment, turning a simple stop into a dangerous situation. Once clear, Alex tells viewers he's okay, though his voice clearly shows how shaken he is. The clip is from Fables and Fells, a UK outdoor and wild camping channel that does slow, relaxing trips around places like the Lake District, the Scottish Highlands, and other remote UK landscapes. This one was filmed on October 26, 2023, in the Lake District, England.
At the house now, and we've just seen the most amount of deer I've ever seen out here. There's some up on the ridgeline, and then there's some behind us, a really big group. We'll just be calling to each other. This is one of the more remote bothies in the lakes, surrounded by miles of boggy moorland. There isn't much documented history on the bothy itself, though it was once home to a shepherd and his family, and the last occupants left in the 1930s. Wainwright wrote on the wild and lonely surroundings of this area, and that the solitary shepherd's cottage accentuates the utter dreariness of the scene. Yet on rare occasions of soft evening light, even it can look inexpressibly beautiful, and I feel that we were treated to such an evening. So we've got a fireplace here, and then there's one room down here with little bunks. This room here is apparently the haunted room.
She reaches the bothy, saying it's one of the most remote in the Lake District, surrounded by boggy moorland. She spots groups of deer and mentions the nearby Corpse Road linked to local folklore. Inside, she explores the cold, cramped room, sets out her sleeping gear, and as it gets dark, the silence starts to feel calm but slightly eerie. Night makes the bothy feel more intense. Shadows and smoke thicken the mood, and every tiny sound stands out. Nothing happens, but the tension is still there.
Disturbances in the night. No one turned up, which I was really surprised about, but Cam did hear something and he did start barking at one point.
Her dog suddenly wakes up and barks hard toward the door window. There's no obvious sound or weather causing it, just the dog reacting to something unseen, so the room instantly feels colder and tense.
I think there was a mouse maybe on the windowsill, and he jumped off the platform, and I could hear him sort of clipping around, following some kind of...
A moment later, the dog jumps down and starts pacing across the stone floor, like it's tracking something only it can sense. She stays tense, watching and waiting. After that, nothing else happens. No one shows up, and by morning it's calm again. But she can't shake the feeling, thinking about the corpse road and how her dog suddenly changed, like the night was quiet, but not truly empty. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.